So you've seen this process go a lot of ways. You've mentioned you've done it well, you've done it not so great. Tell me about a time where you saw a team member go through this transformation and there was a happy ending.
Yeah, there was. I'm reminded, as you said, that there was a guy that used to work on a team at a previous company that I worked with, and I was his leader, and he was killing his current KRA. So one of the things we always say is, like, don't ask for other opportunities unless you're currently killing your KRA. And he was killing his KRA. He was a really good salesperson in a really tough environment, and he, over time, was just sharing what was on his heart about how he liked bigger negotiations instead of the day-to-day sales opportunities that we had. And so really, there were a couple different things. I hadn't seen him do that a lot. I had seen him do it a little bit, and so we tried to set him up in some opportunities to do that a little bit more, and really clear understanding of, hey, we're going to give you some more opportunities, gave him coaching during that. And then eventually, like, as he got better at that, I started talking to other people in the organization. I was like, hey, this guy's really good at high-level negotiations in the C-suite. He's not doing that a whole lot today, but I've seen him do it. I've watched him. He's been in some high-pressure stuff, and he handles it well. And so over time, we had a role, and I was his advocate, and I helped him get into that role. And he's been super successful since. He's on a second or third company. He keeps rising up. And when I say second or third company in the industry I came from, that's pretty normal. But he was rising up, and now has a big-time title, leads a bunch of people, and is doing what he's really passionate about, which was fun.
So it took a leader recognizing that and giving them an opportunity. And that's been my experience here at Ramsey, 9 years and 5 roles, not 6 roles.
Yeah.
And it always took someone recognizing that, going, hey, he's doing great. His KRA is crushing it. But, man, what if we could put him here?
Yeah.
He could really shine. And so there was always a little bit more rope given, an opportunity given.
Yeah.
And the team member gets excited, and they want to excel in that. And they do well in that, and you give them a little more rope.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you see some amazing growth.
Yeah. I mean, you always hear about it with money, but it's the same thing with your team members. If you're holding them so tight that you're not letting them move up, you're not letting them move on, you're squeezing them out. And that's not we try to keep them with an open hand. Like, these are people, they have dreams, they have hopes, they have a vision for what they want their future is. And honestly, you can help them there as a leader. That's my favorite thing about big leadership, is to watch people grow in their career. That's my favorite thing, is to help them get where they want to go and be a cheerleader, a coach, for a long time, and then cheerleader once they move on to that next step. And you're like, yeah, great job.
Yeah. Well, our leadership team has clearly recognized that. You've quickly risen up through the ranks, and now VP of EntreLeadership, working alongside Daniel Ramsey. I mean, I'm proud of you. I'm proud to know you. And I love the way that you treat your own team and you help them see those opportunities.
Thank you, George.
So how do we unpack this for the listeners? They're thinking of someone right now who they're going, yep, I'm thinking of Bobby. Man, he's not doing what he loves, and he's let me know, or I need to have this conversation. It's become clear. How can you help them kickstart in that direction?
Yeah. What we do here is we do a one-on-one meeting every week with every one of my direct reports. Now, span of control is something that's really important, span of influence. And my previous company, I had 25 direct employees. There was no way I could have a one-on-one with them every week. But at Ramsey, I'm fortunate, and we've set up the structure here where we have a lot tighter span of control. So if you're a leader and you're starting to feel like somebody might be falling out of their sweet spot, or somebody that is going to have this conversation, like, sit down and root with them. I think having a one-on-one meeting regularly with your team members will just build trust, will make them more open to sharing some of the things that's on their heart. Maybe during that one-on-one, it's happened to me a lot, you're sitting there and you're like, all of a sudden you're listening to this team member, George, is sharing his heart. And I'm like, man, you know what? I really think George could do this. Like, we've got this other opportunity. Let me just keep asking some questions and keep watching, and that will eventually lead to you getting an opportunity. If you're having these one-on-one meetings, it also won't be as abrupt. I doubt, over time, somebody's just going to come in if they're having regular meetings with you as a leader and come in and drop this bomb. I'm not happy anymore. I'm not happy in my current role. It's more of a gradual conversation that you can help guide them through. So it's not just a stab in your heart as a leader, because that's it. Sometimes it feels like that. Yeah. You're like, this trusted person no longer wants to work here or work in the role that I have them. And that's really hard.